Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video I will discuss about our Milky Way galaxy and other galaxies and also the types of galaxies. But before I start, I just want to say clicking the subscribe button really grows the channel and just shows me that the content I am making the channel go in the right direction. So sharing this video and subscribe my channel really helps me out, and thank you for the support. So anyway, let's jump right in and talk about our universe. First of all, Milky Way galaxy is our cosmic home, but it is far from being only galaxy in the universe. Since then, astronomers have tried to find out just how many galaxies there are in the observable universe. So, this image is Hubble Deep Field image, which astronomers have taken using Hubble Space Telescope. A reliable first estimate could only be made after the Hubble Deep Field was observed in 1995. This was the first real deep look into the universe, and it revealed hundreds of galaxies that had never been seen before. Additional deep observations with Hubble and other instruments followed, detecting even fainter and more distant galaxies. From these observations, astronomers determined that the universe contained a total of thousand and billion 20 billion galaxies. Please note that these are only the galaxies within so-called observable universe. This consists of all objects that can in principle be observed with telescope like Hubble, those from which light, to get a better understanding of the composition and evolution of our universe. Astronomers try to answer a deceptively simple question: how many galaxies are there in the universe? Here in this image, on the right side, Edwin Hubble astronomer, and the left side we have Milky Way bar image, and this view shows several of the ALMA antennas and the central region of the Milky Way above. Okay, and on a dark night, Milky Way, it can be seen as a glowing band across night sky, as you can see in the left image. For a long time it was thought that the entire universe consisted of our galaxy alone. This only changed in 1924, in the year that Edwin Hubble identified variable star in several spiral nebula. He used these stars to calculate the distances to these nebula. His observation proved that these stars were far too distant to belong to our Milky Way. They instead were members of other galaxies far outside the Milky Way, has had time to reach us. Since the beginning of the universe, beyond this limit known as the cosmological horizon, the universe continues, just how far it goes is yet an unanswered question. So we will start by just a simple basic definition of galaxy. So here in the left image, this is the Milky Way galaxy image that we will study in further slides. Okay, so firstly, a galaxy is a system of stars, stellar remnant, interstellar gas, dust, and all are held together by gravity. Galaxies are the building blocks of the universe, and galaxies are simple structure showing no particular feature and containing only normal stars and also supernovas and so on. On the other hand, some galaxies are complex systems made up from many separate components. Astronomers estimates that there are about 125 billion galaxies in the observable universe. Now, types of galaxies. The Hubble classification of galaxy, which is also known as tuning fork, because by seeing image you can see that there is a like kind of fork diagram. So in this type of galaxy we have elliptical galaxy, spiral galaxy, barred spiral galaxy. So in this cartoon you can see that we have ellipticals with increasing ellipticity along this x-axis kind of. We can see that we have E0, E3, E7, then so on. We have along this upper diagram we have spirals with decreasing bulge and increasing arm openness, and on the lower side we have spirals with decreasing bulge and increasing arm openness. Here bulge means the central part of the galaxy, that we will study in further slide also. So in this slide you can see that we have comparison of different types of galaxy. The first one is spiral, elliptical and irregular galaxies. So firstly we have spiral galaxy. In spiral galaxy you can see that we have top view of spiral galaxy, and this is the side view of spiral galaxy, and so on. We have two image of elliptical galaxy and irregular galaxy. So firstly the main difference between all of these three galaxy is that the spiral galaxy are rich in gas and dust, while elliptical galaxies are little cool gas and dust, and irregular galaxies have usually rich in gas and dust. And also in case of stars, spiral galaxy have young and old stars, and in elliptical galaxy we have mainly old stars, and in irregular galaxy we have young and old stars are present. And similarly you can see the other different also. Now we will just try to explain in a simple way the formation of elliptical galaxy. So in the formation of elliptical galaxy we have two scenario. The first one is monolithic dissipative collapse, and the second one is hierarchical merger. So in the monolithic case we have early massive gas cloud undergoes collapse, that as a result of that, during this collapse we have detection of about 10 raised to power 10 solar mass cold gas with the redshift about 2 to 3 and high star formation region. Please note that here SFR mean star formation region. And clumpiness during collapse, when cloud collapse and there will produce clumpiness. As a result of that we have violent relaxation, then isothermal process, then incomplete violent relaxation, then non-isothermal, non-isotropic, and similarly there are different deep process that goes in this monolithic scenario, and we get the kind of disky ellipticals galaxy. And in hierarchical merger, we have early universe. In early universe we have much denser matter, about with a redshift of 2 density, and about 27, that is 27 time higher than today. And as a result of this, we have a sequence of galactic merger starting with pre-galactic in substructures. Galaxies continue to grow during about 1 to 2 redshift. Okay. Note that Hubble Space Telescope find old elliptical galaxy at redshift of 0.5. This is very important point to note, that galaxy that we have found old elliptical galaxy about 0.5 redshift. Also, galaxy fall into cluster and merging seas, and as a result of this hierarchical merger, we have random accretions. Accretions mean मैटर का डिस्क के बिल्कुल पास में आना, that is called accretions. And as a result of this we have low apparent magnitude, and we get the boxy ellipticals. And another important point I have to mention here is that whatever we are saying for the galaxy formation, it is kind of observation plus with the simulation that we are doing. So the complete method we are still working on that. And next we have formation of spiral galaxy. So in formation of spiral galaxy we have three scenario. The first one is primordial collapse, the second one is hierarchical clustering, and the third one is secular evolution. In the primordial collapse we have the collapse of individual gas cloud in the history of the universe. In the beginning of the universe, you can say that. The formation of large galaxy through the merging of many smaller one. We will see that in case of spiral galaxy, how is it possible to understand this scenario of hierarchical clustering, the formation of large galaxy through the merging of many smaller one. And also we have secular evolution. In this scenario we have formation as a result of internal process such as action of spiral arms and the bars, and the degree to which each of these processes contribute to the formation of any particular galaxy is thought to depend on the galaxy's Hubble's type. In particular, the formation of spiral galaxy is thought to be a complex process in which the stellar halo, bulge and the disk are formed at different times and through different mechanisms. Yes, in this slide I am just giving you the overview of scaling relation in galaxies. So basically the first thing, important point to note is this, that these relations, these two relations, first one is for the elliptical galaxy and the second is for the spiral galaxy. These are very important, and by measuring these relation you can reveal the internal properties of galaxies. Okay, and these internal properties are like luminosity, size of the galaxy, surface brightness of the galaxy, rotational velocity of the arm of a spiral galaxy, and such relation are called the scaling relation. For spiral galaxies सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट है टुली फिशर रिलेशन, जो कि बहुत यूज़ होता है, टुली फिशर रिलेशन. और फॉर एलिप्टिकल गैलेक्सी सबसे ज़्यादा यूज़ होने वाला है कलर मैग्नीट्यूड रिलेशन, जिसमें हमारे पास दो टाइप आ जाते हैं. एक आता है मैग्नीशियम और सिग्मा रिलेशन. हेयर सिग्मा रिप्रेजेंट velocity dispersion of a gas of those that revolving around the central part of galaxy. And we have another, so on, we have another different type of scaling relation in galaxy. And again I am saying that this important point to note here is that these relations are very useful to understand and to reveal the internal properties of galaxies. Now, from further, I will discuss in detail about the Milky Way galaxy. So, from here you can see that in the left side हमारे पास ये बार है. सो मैं आपको सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट बात यहाँ पर ये बताऊँगा कि ये जो बार है वो सेंट्रल रीजन है एक्सरे इमेज ऑफ आवर मिल्की वे गैलेक्टिक सेंटर, जिसको मैं लास्ट में डिस्कस भी करूँगा. तो अभी तक जो मैंने आपको बताया वो मैंने बताया टाइप्स ऑफ गैलेक्सीज के बारे में बताया, देन उसका स्केलिंग रिलेशंस के बताया, एलिप्टिकल गैलेक्सी, इर्रेगुलर गैलेक्सी. तो हमने उनके टाइप्स के बारे में पढ़ा, गैलेक्सीज के बारे में पढ़ा. अब हम डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी के बारे में. सो व्हाई मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी, व्हाई आई हैव चूजन टू डिस्कस इन डिटेल मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी. फर्स्ट, in these coming slides, or you can say that in this chapter we have three scenario. The first, it introduce the concept of a galaxy. Second, it discusses our home, the Milky Way galaxy. And the third, it elaborate our story of stars by introducing us to galaxies. Also, the important point to note is this: science is based on the interaction of theory and evidence, and this chapter will show a number of examples of astronomers using evidence to test theories. कहने का मतलब है कि जो मैं आगे स्लाइड्स डिस्कस करूँगा उसमें हम ये देखेंगे कि कैसे एस्ट्रोनॉमर्स ने थ्योरीज के साथ साथ ऑब्जर्वेशंस भी लिया, और थ्योरी और ऑब्जर्वेशन का इतना ब्यूटी रहा कि आज हम मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी के बारे में बहुत कुछ जानते हैं. ओके, चलते हैं नेक्स्ट स्लाइड को. ओके, एक्सप्लोरिंग द मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी. सो मैं क्या क्या चीज़ डिस्कस करूँगा मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी में. सबसे पहले मैं डिस्कस करूँगा द नेचर ऑफ द मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी, जिसमें होगा द स्ट्रक्चर और उसकी फर्स्ट स्टडीज़ कैसे हुई, डिस्कवरी गैलेक्सी का, and analysis of the galaxy, and also we will see the mass of the galaxy. In the second part मैं डिस्कस करूँगा the origin of the Milky Way. So सबसे पहले इसमें मैं ये चीज़ डिस्कस करूँगा कि स्टेलर पॉपुलेशन कैसे इम्पॉर्टेंट है, देन एलिमेंट बिल्डिंग प्रोसेस, देन गैलेक्टिक फाउंटेन्स, बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट टर्म है ये गैलेक्टिक फाउंटेन्स, the age of the Milky Way, the history of the Milky Way. और थर्ड पार्ट है मेरे पास स्पाइरल आर्म्स. जितनी भी हमारे पास स्पाइरल आर्म्स हैं मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी की, उसमें हम देखेंगे स्पाइरल आर्म्स का ट्रेसिंग, देन रेडियो मैप देखेंगे स्पाइरल आर्म का, देन डेंसिटी वेव थ्योरी देखेंगे, और स्टार फॉर्मेशन स्पाइरल आर्म में देखेंगे. एंड द फोर्थ विच इज़ लास्ट बट नॉट लीस्ट, द न्यूक्लियस, आई मीन टू से द सेंट्रल पार्ट ऑफ गैलेक्सी, जिसमें कि हमारा सैजिटेरियस ए स्टार ब्लैक होल है, सुपरमैसिव ब्लैक होल. ओके, स्टार्ट करते हैं मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी से. मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी, ऑलमोस्ट एवरीथिंग वी सी इन द नाइट स्काई बिलोंग टू द मिल्की वे. वी सी मोस्ट ऑफ द मिल्की वे एज अ फेंट बैंड ऑफ लाइट अक्रॉस द स्काई. फ्रॉम द आउटसाइड, मतलब अगर आप मिल्की वे को बाहर से देखेंगे तो हमारा मिल्की वे कुछ इस तरीके से दिखेगा जो आपको राइट इमेज में दिख रहा है, विच इज़ द इमेज ऑफ एंड्रोमेडा गैलेक्सी. सो स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी. सो यहाँ पे जो आप ये इमेज देख रहे हो, ये इमेज में मेरे पास एक उसका साइड व्यू है, देन एक अपर व्यू है. सबसे पहले मेरे पास आता है इसका सेंट्रल पार्ट जो आता है मेरे पास वो है डिस्क। डिस्क अगर आप ये देखो, ये जो ये रीजन है ये हमारे पास डिस्क हो गया, ठीक है। यहाँ के हिसाब से देखो तो ये वाला डिस्क हो गया, ये साइड व्यू हो गया। सो दिस इज डिस्क एंड दिस इज डिस्क एंड दिस इज न्यूक्लियर बल्ज, you can see the arrow, nuclear bulge, and this is halo and this is globular cluster, and this is the position of our sun on top view। ये ऊपर वाला इमेज टॉप व्यू है मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी का, एंड बिलो वन इज साइड व्यू ऑफ मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी। सो दिस इज द पोजीशन ऑफ सन एंड अदर पार्ट आर डिस्क, न्यूक्लियर बल्ज, हेलो, ग्लोबुलर क्लस्टर। Okay, so in this diagram you can see that on the side view we have this one is galactic plane and this center part is called galactic center. Okay, so important point to note is this: the structure is hard to determine. Why the structure of Milky Way is very difficult to determine? Firstly, we are inside. Second, the distance measurement are very difficult. Our view toward the center is obscured by gas and dust. These three important points should be noted. First study of the galaxy. जो फर्स्ट स्टडी किया है गैलेक्सी का वो किया है वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट एस्ट्रोनॉमर एंड विच इज़ विलियम हर्शल। द फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट टू अनवील द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ आवर गैलेक्सी बाय विलियम हर्शल एंड विच वाज ऑब्जर्व्ड इन 1785 by using his optical observation, and the shape of Milky Way was believed to resemble a grindstone with the sun close to the center. Now, strategies to explore the structure of Milky Way galaxy. मतलब क्या स्ट्रेटजी होनी चाहिए मिल्की वे स्ट्रक्चर की स्टडी करने के लिए? फर्स्टली हमारे पास जो है वो ये होना चाहिए कि हम ब्राइट ऑब्जेक्ट जो है उसको देख सकते हैं थ्रू आउट द मिल्की वे and trace their direction and distance. Second, object को observe करना है at wavelength other than visible, okay, and catalog their direction and distances. These three important points are very important in order to understand the strategies or structure of our Milky Way galaxy. Third, trace the orbital velocity of object in different direction relative to our position. Okay, exploring the galaxy using cluster of star. So we have two cluster. The first one is open cluster, and open cluster are young cluster of recently formed stars within the disk of galaxy. And this image is open cluster in Chi Persei constellation. In this Perseus constellation, we have two open cluster. The first one is NGC 869 and the second one is NGC 884. These are located close together in Perseus constellation, and the cluster both lie at an approximate of distance about 7600 light year from Earth, and from observation we get that they are about 12.8 million year old. And the second we have globular cluster. Globular cluster are old centrally concentrated cluster of stars mostly in halo around the galaxy. This is the example of globular cluster M19. Okay, so in globular cluster we have dense cluster of stars about 50,000 to 1 million stars. And the second thing, old, बहुत old star होते हैं, about 1 billion year ago. लोअर मेन सीक्वेंस स्टार्स में इन HR डायग्राम में ये स्टार्स पाए जाते हैं. एंड अप्रॉक्सीमेट अबाउट 200 ग्लोबुलर क्लस्टर हमारी मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी में हैं, लोकेटिंग द सेंटर ऑफ द मिल्की वे. डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ ग्लोबुलर क्लस्टर इज नॉट सेंटर्ड ऑन द सन. ये डायग्राम देखो, इसमें सेंटर में हमारे पास सन है और इसके साइड में डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ ग्लोबुलर क्लस्टर रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है इमेज में. बट ऑन अ लोकेशन विच इज हैवली ऑब्सकर्ड फ्रॉम द डायरेक्शन ऑब्जर्वेशन, दिस इज द सेंटर पार्ट ऑफ आवर गैलेक्सी. नाउ वी विल सी द इंफ्रारेड व्यू ऑफ द मिल्की वे. This is about near infrared image, and here in this diagram we have two Magellanic Cloud. This one is large Magellanic Cloud, this one is small Magellanic Cloud, or in other word you can say that these two Magellanic Cloud are the kind of satellite of the Milky Way galaxy. This is nuclear bulge and these are the galactic plane, जो मैंने पिछली स्लाइड में बताया था आपको. Infrared emission is not strongly observed. Actually, basically what happened is infrared emission is not strongly absorbed and provides a clear view throughout the Milky Way galaxy. So this is the image of far infrared image of Milky Way galaxy. You can see that in this diagram we have this one is galactic center, this is the galactic plane, and large Magellanic Cloud, small Magellanic Cloud, Orion molecular cloud, and Taurus molecular cloud. These clouds are also very famous about this Milky Way galaxy. A view of Milky Way galaxy is similar to our Milky Way. We also see gas and dust absorbing light in other galaxies. For example, Sombrero galaxy. As dark dust lands when we see galaxy Aeon, जब हम गैलेक्सी को Aeon देखेंगे तो हमें ये डार्क लेंस दिखेगा. दिस इज NGC 2997 galaxy, and as dark cloud in the spiral arm when we see a galaxy face on. This is the this image is face on view and this is Aeon view. Exploring the Milky Way with massive stars and open cluster. So basically, how can we see the number of different stars and open cluster in Milky Way galaxy? So we use this OB association. So in this OB association, we have many hot blue giant stars having spectral classes O and B and a relatively small number of other objects. Please note that O star and B star are mainly found in the Milky Way galaxy. Like for example, you can see that these this blue and this one is blue, white, blue, white, blue, white, blue, white. So ये जो blue white है, ओ का जो स्पेक्ट्रल क्लासिफिकेशन के हिसाब से अगर देखें, हम आयोनाइजेशन के बेस पर जो हम स्पेक्ट्रल स्टार्स का क्लासिफिकेशन करते हैं, तो उसमें हमारे पास सबसे पहले आता है ओ स्टार जो कि ब्लू होता है एंड हैविंग टेम्परेचर इज़ ग्रेटर देन अबाउट 33,000 केल्विन. और जो बी स्टार आता है जिसका कलर अबाउट ब्लू एंड वाइट होता है, उसका टेम्परेचर रहता है अबाउट 10,000 to 30,000 Kelvin. Look for very young cluster or association containing OB stars. In this example, in this figure, you can see the different OB stars associations. Massive stars and open cluster. Many stars in the field of OB association do not belong to association foreground and background star. and this arrow identify members through their similar motion in the sky. I mean to say for the OB association. Orbital motion in the Milky Way. Disk stars. So basically हमारे पास दो तरीके का ऑर्बिटल मोशन होता है. फर्स्ट आता है मेरे पास जिसमें कि हम गैलेक्टिक प्लेन लेके चलते हैं. हमारे पास ये गैलेक्टिक प्लेन है, नियरली सर्कुलर मोशन रहता है डिस्क इन द डिस्क ऑफ द गैलेक्सी. हेलो स्टार्स जो रहते हैं उनका अबाउट एलिप्टिकल ऑर्बिट रहता है विद द रैंडमली ओरिएंटेड. सो वी हैव basically two type of motion of stars in Milky Way. Firstly is a nearly circular orbit in the disk of the galaxy, and second one is highly elliptical orbit. Second, orbital motion of the Milky Way galaxy. So in orbital motion of the Milky Way galaxy we have sun that orbit around galactic center with 220 km per second, and as a result of this, one orbit takes approximate 240 million years. Stars closer to the galactic center orbit faster, and star farther out orbit more slowly, which is basically simple Kepler law. The more mass there is inside the orbit, the faster the sun has to orbit around the galactic center. And this is just the figure that we measured the combined mass of the different types of stars in the nearby galactic center. The mass of the galaxy. So in this diagram we have orbital velocity along the y-axis and the radius kiloparsec, the distance from the center of Milky Way galaxy in kiloparsec. So this red part, this red part represent rotation curve velocity as a function of radius, and this green part represent Keplerian motion. So basically कहने का मतलब ये है कि अगर हमारा जो मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी का जो मोशन है, अगर वो रोटेशनल मोशन रहता, कैप्लेरियन मोशन के हिसाब से अगर देखें हम, तो जो सन है, सन के चारों तरफ पीछे, हाँ ओके, फॉर एग्जांपल मेरे पास यहाँ पर सन है, तो कहने का मतलब है कि अगर सन के चारों तरफ, सन के गैलेक्टिक सेंटर के सराउंडेड जो स्टार्स रहेंगे वो फास्ट मूव करेंगे एज कम्पेयर टू आउटर के. एज आई मैंशन, द मोर मास देयर इज इनसाइड द ऑर्बिट, द फास्टर द सन हैज़ टू ऑर्बिट अराउंड द गैलेक्टिक सेंटर. जितना मास रहेगा इनसाइड में उतना ज़्यादा वो बॉडी फास्ट मूव करेगी. तो फॉर एग्जांपल we have in the center we have sun, and the outer part we have Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter and so on. We have planet. जो प्लैनेट सन के पास होगा वो फास्ट मूव करता है एज कम्पेयर टू आउटर प्लैनेट के. सिमिलरली अगर यही कंसेप्ट अगर हम मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी में लगाते हैं, तो जो सेंटर में जो स्टार्स होंगे वो फास्ट मूव करेगा एज कम्पेयर टू आउटर स्टार्स. बट मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी के केस में क्या है कि ये सिचुएशन रिवर्स हो जाता है, जहाँ पर कि कैप्लेरियन मोशन नहीं लगता, और जो कर्व हमारे पास कैप्लेरियन मोशन आना चाहिए था, वो कैप्लेरियन मोशन ना आके वो हमारे पास इस तरीके का स्ट्रेट मोशन आता है. व्हाट डज दिस रिप्रेजेंट? दिस रिप्रेजेंट दैट इफ ऑल मासेस, this curve, this Keplerian motion curve, this represent that if all masses were concentrated in the center, the rotation curve would follow a modified version of Kepler third law. So ये जो डेविएशन है ना कर्व की वजह से, ये रिप्रेजेंट करता है कि देयर इज अ एक्सटर्नल मास which we are unable to find, which is also called dark matter. Metals in stars. So in stars we have different metals, like we have basically two type of population 1 and population 2. In population 1 we have many absorption line from heavier elements, while in population 2 we have absorption line mostly from hydrogen. For example, in this spectra we have hydrogen alpha, hydrogen beta, H alpha, H beta, which is called. At the time of formation, the gases forming the Milky Way consisted exclusively of hydrogen and helium. Heavier elements were later only produced in stars. And young stars contain more metal than older stars. The mass of the Milky Way galaxy. The total mass in the disk of Milky Way is about approximate 100 billion solar mass. And additional mass in the extended halo is about approximate 1 trillion solar masses. And the most of the mass is not emitting any radiation, which is called dark matter. Population 1 stars. Young stars, metal rich, located in spiral arms and disk. Population 1 स्टार वो होते हैं जो यंग स्टार होते हैं, मेटल क्वांटिटी में ज़्यादा रहता है और ये स्पाइरल आर्म में होते हैं और डिस्क में होते हैं. Second one is population 2 star. Population 2 star are old star and metal poor, located in the halo, globular cluster and nuclear bulge. The abundance of element in the universe. So this is just a diagram and graph that astronomer get during the observation from observable universe, and they have found that mostly in our universe we have very rare element that are heavier than helium. So in the most abundant elements found in our universe are hydrogen, helium. From this figure you can see that we have in linear scale we have this hydrogen, then this helium, and so on. From this logarithm scale we have hydrogen, helium or on the top, and from this you can see that element heavier other than iron. Galactic fountains. This is very important term in Milky Way galaxy and also in other galaxies. So what happen in galactic fountains? Multiple supernova in region of recent star forming produce bubble of very hot gases. So होता क्या है कि मल्टीपल सुपरनोवा होते हैं, फॉर्मेशन सुपरनोवा फॉर्मेशन होता है मल्टीपल जो मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी की स्पाइरल आर्म रहती हैं. This hot gas can break out of the galactic disk and produce a galactic fountain. As the gas cools, it falls back to the disk and spreading heavy elements throughout the galaxy. History of the galaxy. Second part शुरू हो चुका है, history of the galaxy. So this is this figure represent the step-by-step history and origin of the halo and disk. To summarize this point, the first point is note is this quasi-spherical gas cloud fragments into smaller pieces that form the first metal poor stars, which is called population 2 star, and that rotating cloud collapse into disk-like structure. And the later population of star, which is called population 1 stars, are restricted to the disk of the galaxy. Change to the traditional theory. So ages of stellar population may pose a problem to the traditional theory of the history of the Milky Way galaxy. Possible solution for this, we have this, is later accumulation of gas, possibly due to merger with smaller galaxy. Recently discovered ring of stars around the Milky Way may be the remnant of such a merger. Again, OB association that I already told you कि OB एसोसिएशन में हमारे पास हॉट ब्लू जेंट स्टार्स रहते हैं जिनका स्पेक्ट्रल क्लासिफिकेशन O एंड B रहता है, और ये हमारे पास मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी का 2 इमेज है जिसमें कि रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है डिस्टेंसेस टू O एंड B एसोसिएशन बाय यूजिंग द Cepheid वेरिएबल. दिस इज द पोजीशन ऑफ सन एंड OB association by we have 3 spiral arm. Please note here in this figure we have 3 arm: Sagittarius arm, Orion Cygnus arm and Perseus arm. In this Orion Cygnus arm, in the Orion spur we have Sun, our solar system. Radio view of the Milky Way. Radio which has taken at a wavelength of 21 centimeter by tracing neutral hydrogen. So interstellar dust does not absorb radio waves. We can observe any direction throughout the Milky Way at radio waves. 21 centimeter radio observation reveal the distribution of neutral hydrogen throughout the galaxy, and this is the position of Sun. I'm sorry. Okay. Yes. Okay. So this is the position of Sun, and this is the galactic center, and we have taken this image by using radio observation. And here we have understand the Milky Way structure, how distribution of stars and neutral hydrogen are distributed in the galaxy, and you can see that we have here we have Sun and we have rings, bar. I think I should stay for a bit longer time so that you can understand the beauty of astronomy, that how we understand the structure of the Milky Way, our home. So star forming in spiral arms. Basically shock waves from supernova ionization fronts initiated by O and B stars and shock front forming spiral arm help trigger star forming. In other words, अगर मैं simple words में कहूँ तो O and B stars are very responsible for the star forming region. Okay, again this figure, this image explain the star forming region in detail, but on the right side I summarized few sentences. First one is spiral arms are basically stationary shock waves, and stars and gas clouds orbit around the galactic center across spiral arms. Dense gas and shocks induce star formation. Star forming self-regulation through O and B ionization front and supernova shock waves. The nature of spiral arms. What chances we can see that I tell you in the beginning. Coincidence of small spiral galaxy in front of a large background galaxy. Then spiral arm appear bright against the dark sky background. You can see by arrows. But dark, I mean to say the gas and dust in star forming region against the bright background of the large galaxy. Self-sustained star forming in the spiral arm. Star forming region get elongated due to differential rotation. And if you want to understand this topic in very detail, you have to pause this video and you can study the image. There I have explained everything in detail. So yes, in this image we have a gas cloud. Here we have gas cloud, and here we have a star forming region. We have न्यू बोर्न मैसिव स्टार. यहाँ पर हमारे पास न्यू बोर्न मैसिव स्टार हो रहा है, और ये हमारे पास प्रोटोस्टार. प्रोटोस्टार इज जस्ट द बिगनिंग फेस ऑफ अ स्टार formation. Okay, star formation is self-sustaining due to ionization fronts and supernova shocks. Okay, the Whirlpool galaxy, the grand design galaxy M21 Whirlpool galaxy, and in this galaxy you can see that we have self-sustaining star forming region along spiral arm. Pattern are clearly visible. You can see that easily. We have different self-sustaining star forming region along the spiral arms. Here it is also. Galactic center. This is the galactic center of our Milky Way. Toward the Milky Way, which is highly obscured by the gas and dust, because in our Milky Way galaxy we have large amount of gas and dust, because our Milky Way galaxy is spiral. And I have explained and mentioned in the beginning that we have spiral in spiral arm we have very dense and obscure gas. Extinction by 13 magnitude. This image, this is just about this image, which is about 1 out of 12 raised to power 12 optical photons make its way from the galactic way toward galactic center toward Earth. Okay, so in the last fourth part मैं डिस्कस करूँगा रेडियो व्यू ऑफ द गैलेक्टिक सेंटर. आई मीन टू से द न्यूक्लियर बल्ज, जो सेंटर पार्ट है हमारे मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी का, उसको डिस्कस करते हैं. सो ये बहुत टेक्निकल इमेज है जो सेंटर पार्ट की ली हुई है. इसमें अगर आप देखो तो हमारे पास ये सेंटर पार्ट जो है, जिसका अबाउट विच इज़ 75, here you can see that we have about 0.5 degree it's and we have 75 parsec distance and so on, other details. And this image is a radio image of the galactic center at the wavelength of about 90 centimeter, which was taken by these astronomer in 1999. And we have Sagittarius A star. I will not go in detail because this image is very technical image, and every detail that that we have explained in this image have different long story. Many supernova remnant shells and filaments you can see in this Sagittarius. Okay, this box represent this image. Okay, see, this is this now you can clearly see the central part, which is Sagittarius A black hole. And जो सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है वो जो हमारा मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी का सेंट्रल पार्ट है, दैट इज़ सुपर मैसिव ब्लैक होल सैजिटेरियस ए स्टार. सैजिटेरियस ए स्टार सुपर मैसिव ब्लैक होल का जो करंटली जो मास है वो बढ़कर 4.1 सोलर मास हो गया है. ओके, सो दिस टेक्निकल इमेज जिसको मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया है सिंपल वर्ड में आपको ब्लैक होल को एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए. आई होप आप इस इमेज से सिंपल अंडरस्टैंड कर पाए हैं. जस्ट enjoy the beauty that astronomer gave us to understand the center of Milky Way galaxy. कहने का अभिप्राय ये है कि एस्ट्रोनॉमर्स ने हमें कितना अच्छे से इमेज को एक्सप्लेन किया है जो कि हमारे सेंटर ऑफ मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी का पार्ट है। ये कितना ब्यूटी है इस इमेज का, अगर आप देख सको तो किस तरीके से इमेज के हर एक पार्ट को एक्सप्लेन करने के बाद हमने सेंटर पार्ट ब्लैक होल का समझा। एंड दिस इज़ द इमेज, चंद्रा एक्सरे इमेज ऑफ आवर गैलेक्टिक सेंटर। By following the orbit of individual star near the center of Milky Way, the mass of central black hole, which is about, it was something like 3 million solar mass. I forgot to do some correction here, but it is now it is 4.1 solar mass. So how we measure the mass of Milky Way गैलेक्सीज के ब्लैक होल का हमने मास कैसे मेज़र किया? हमने ऑर्बिट मोशन देखा जो कि हमारे पास बहुत फेमस स्टार है, ऑर्बिट मोशन ऑफ स्टार 2। ऑर्बिट स्टार 2 के मोशन का हमने ऑर्बिट देखा बाय सिंपल केपलर्स लॉ एंड बाय सिंपल मैथमेटिक्स वी हैव मेजर द ऑर्बिटल मोशन ऑफ दिस स्टार S2 एंड वी हैव मेजर द मास ऑफ ब्लैक होल। And the last but not least, this is the X-ray view of the galactic center and contains many black hole, neutron star, X-ray binaries. This is the Chandra X-ray image of Sagittarius A star galactic center, and now you can see that this image that I have used in left side bar on every slide of Milky Way galaxy, just to understand the beauty of astronomy and astrophysics. Okay, this is all about the Milky Way galaxy and little knowledge I have gave you about the galaxy. Okay, supermassive black hole in the galactic center is unusually faint in X-rays compared to those in other galaxies. Okay, the last, thank you everyone for listening me, and in the end I just want to give you a little advice that please remember that feeling slightly uncomfortable is part of the success equation. So don't let that feeling stop you. एक बार अगर आपने कंफर्टेबल, जो आपकी अनकंफर्टेबल की फीलिंग है, अगर आपने उसको एक बार हैंडल कर दिया, आप उस अनकंफर्टेबल फीलिंग के चलते हुए अगर आपने खुद को हैंडल करके हार्ड वर्क करना शुरू कर दिया, तो बिलीव मी दैट यू विल बी शॉक्ड आफ्टर दैट how that feeling of uncomfortability goes away. So just do hard work and please feel free for any messages and for any contact. You can send me an email for any suggestion. If you want to correct for any slide, I will be happy. बहुत खुश होऊंगा मैं कि अगर कोई मेरे को बैक रिव्यू मिलते हैं मेरी वीडियोस को लेके। सो मैं जस्ट ट्राई करता हूँ कि सिंपल से सिंपल मैं एक्सप्लेन कर सकूँ हर चीज़ को। सो इन द लास्ट आई वुड लाइक टू से दैट एज आई ऑलवेज से, इफ़ यू हैव enjoyed the video, click the like button, and if you want to support the channel, click subscribe. Thank you for watching.